Attention passionate LAS, Vegas Raiders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Las Vegas Raiders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Las Vegas Raiders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and LAS, Vegas Raiders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to what's happening around the Raiders lately, you've probably noticed that this offseason has been anything but ordinary. The team has been busy, rolling up their sleeves, trying to clean up some of the mess left behind by the previous regime, particularly the aftermath of Antonio Pierce and Tom Telesco's tenure. It's been a period of rebuilding, reassessment, and re-strategizing, all aiming to put Las Vegas back on the path to greatness. But amidst all this, one thing has been consistently highlighted by insiders, analysts, and fans alike: the importance of stability and continuity, especially along the offensive line. And that brings us straight to the big talk of the offseason, which is none other than the left tackle, Kolton Miller. Kolton Miller, a name that has become synonymous with resilience and growth, has been with the Raiders for 7 seasons now. His journey from a somewhat questionable first-round pick, seen by many as a costly gamble on traits over technique, to one of the league's top pass protectors, is nothing short of remarkable. Over the years, Miller has developed into a cornerstone of the Raiders' offensive line. Yet, despite his impressive performance, discussions about his future have been swirling around. You see, Miller is seeking his 3rd contract with the Raiders, a sign that he wants to be a Raider for life, as he's publicly stated. But the question remains, will the Raiders show him the loyalty he's earned? Or will financial concerns and cap space limitations force them into making tough decisions? One of the most interesting perspectives on this matter comes from ESPN's NFL analyst Aaron Schatz. Schatz has been vocal about what the Raiders need to do in order to secure their future along the offensive line, and he's made a compelling case for one more big move before the offseason officially wraps up. According to Schatz, the Raiders should prioritize locking down Miller with a contract extension that reflects his value. A deal that not only recognizes his contributions, but also secures his presence in Vegas for the foreseeable future. And why not? Miller, just last season, was ranked among the top 25 in the NFL in pass block win rate. That's no small feat. It means he's consistently winning his matchups against some of the league's best pass rushers, providing quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo or whoever is under center with a reliable shield. Miller's impact isn't limited to pass protection alone. His presence on the line has also been a key factor in the running game, which, let's be honest, has been maligned at times. But here's an interesting stat. Last season, the Raiders' running game performed better when running behind Miller's side than any other part of the line. That's a testament to his strength, technique, and football IQ. He's not just a protector, he's a versatile and reliable blocker who can open up lanes and create space. Despite never having made a Pro Bowl in his 7 seasons, Miller's performance has often warranted wider recognition. He's a player who consistently performs at a high level, and the NFL community is starting to take notice of his underrated excellence. Now, let's talk about the future. If the Raiders really want to solidify their offensive line and keep their franchise quarterback protected, they need to make a move. Schatz suggests that Miller should be earning around $20 million per season. That might not make him the highest-paid tackle in the league, but it's fair, given his production and importance to the team. The Raiders have the financial flexibility to make that happen, especially considering their cap space and the desire to build a competitive roster. Locking down Miller would not only secure their left tackle position for years to come, but also send a positive message to the team's culture. That loyalty and performance are recognized and rewarded. This isn't just about one player, though. It's about the identity of the Raiders' offensive line moving forward. The team has been trying to build a unit capable of protecting their young quarterback, developing a strong running game, and creating a foundation for success in the AFC West. And Miller is a critical piece of that puzzle. His rise from a potential gamble to a cornerstone of the offense highlights how important proper development, coaching, and perseverance are. The Raiders have invested in him, And now it's time to see that investment pay off with a contract that reflects his true value. But let's not forget, the AFC West is one of the most competitive divisions in football. The Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers are all making moves to improve their rosters, and the Raiders can't afford to fall behind. Securing Miller's future is a step toward ensuring they stay competitive, especially along the offensive line, which is often the foundation of a successful team. Imagine a scenario where Miller is locked in long-term, providing stability and leadership along the line, while the Raiders continue to add pieces on both sides of the ball. It's a recipe for sustained success, and possibly a deep playoff run. Of course, there's always the risk of injuries, cap constraints, and other unforeseen issues, but the Raiders seem to be poised to make a decisive move in this regard. They have shown a willingness to spend when necessary, and with Miller's performance and leadership, it makes perfect sense to prioritize him. It's about protecting their investment, yes, but also about sending a message that the Raiders value loyalty, growth, and high-level performance. This is a franchise that's been through ups and downs, but with players like Miller, they're looking to build a future that's rooted in stability and excellence. And speaking of players, it's worth mentioning how this ties into the bigger picture of the Raiders' roster construction. The team is also focusing on bolstering its defense, adding young talent and veteran leadership to compete in a tough AFC. But offensive line stability is often overlooked, yet it's the backbone of any successful team. Protecting the quarterback and establishing the run are the keys to controlling games, and Miller's presence on the left side is essential to that strategy. His leadership, experience, and performance make him a natural leader for the offensive line, especially for a team that's trying to re-establish its identity. Now, looking at the broader landscape, the Raiders' decision to extend Miller could set a precedent for other players and positions. It signals that the franchise is committed to rewarding loyalty and performance, and that they're willing to invest in their future. That kind of message resonates with players and fans alike. It also helps in attracting new talent who see the Raiders as a team that values its core players and is serious about competing at the highest level. It's also interesting to think about how this move could influence the team's draft strategy. If Miller is secured long-term, the Raiders might focus on adding more weapons for the offense or beefing up the defense in the draft, knowing that their offensive line is solidified. It's all about building a balanced roster, one that can withstand the rigors of a grueling NFL season and push deep into the playoffs. And let's not forget the fans. Raiders Nation has been through a lot, but one thing remains constant: their passion and loyalty. Securing a player like Miller, who embodies everything it means to be a Raider, resilience, toughness, and dedication, would be a huge victory for the franchise and the fanbase. It's about more than just contracts. It's about identity, culture, and vision for the future. The Raiders are on the verge of making a statement, and locking down Miller could be one of the first steps in that direction. In the end, this offseason might be remembered as a pivotal moment for the Raiders if they choose to prioritize continuity along their offensive line. The team's coaching staff, led by Pete Carroll and John Spytek, understands that building a winning culture starts with the trenches. Protecting the quarterback, establishing the run, and maintaining consistency are the pillars of success. Miller exemplifies all of these qualities, and securing his future with a well-deserved extension would demonstrate the franchise's commitment to winning and loyalty. So, Raiders fans, keep your eyes peeled on what happens next. The offseason is not over yet, and there's still time for the team to make that crucial move. Whether it's a contract extension or another strategic addition, the future looks promising if they get it right. The AFC West is intense, competitive, and full of talent, but the Raiders have a shot to rise above with smart, decisive moves. And the centerpiece of that effort could very well be keeping Kolton Miller in Vegas for many more seasons to come. Remember, this is just the beginning. The offseason is full of surprises, and the Raiders are shaping up to be a team to watch. Their commitment to stability, talent, and a winning culture is evident, and fans should be excited about what's ahead. The next few weeks will be critical, and if they do extend Miller, it could set the tone for a successful 2024 and beyond. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our Raiders through all the ups and downs. The journey to another Super Bowl is still alive, and every move they make brings us closer to that ultimate goal. And now, Las Vegas Raiders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Las Vegas Raiders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Las Vegas Raiders news.